Indonesian President Joko Widodo inaugurated Southeast Asia's first high-speed railway on Monday as it was set to begin commercial operations. The Chinese-made bullet train named Whoosh is a key project under China's Belt and Road Infrastructure Initiative that will take more than 600 people to and from Jakarta and Bandung in West Java in 45 minutes, drastically reducing the travel time between Java's two largest cities. The project has been beset with delays and increasing costs, and some observers doubt of its commercial benefits. But Widodo has championed the 142-kilometer railway, which was issued its official operating license from the Transportation Ministry on Sunday. The $7.3 billion project, largely funded by China, was constructed by PT Kereta Cepat Indonesia-China, known as P T KCIC, a joint venture between an Indonesian consortium of 4 state-owned companies and China Railway International Company Limited. The railway connects Jakarta with Bandung, the heavily populated capital of West Java province, and will cut travel time between the cities from the current 3 hours to about 40 minutes. Originally scheduled for launch on October 1st, a grand inauguration ceremony was held at the Halim railway station in the capital Jakarta on Monday, attended by President Joko Widodo, First Lady Iriana, and several cabinet ministers. The Jakarta-Bandung high-speed train is the first high-speed train in Indonesia, and the first in Southeast Asia, with a speed of 350 km per hour. Widodo said to applause from the crowd, before sounding a red alarm to signal the beginning of official service. Videos taken on board and shared on social media showed off spacious air-conditioned cabin interiors and clear window views of the Indonesian countryside as the train sped off. The new bullet train will travel between the Halim railway station in East Jakarta and West Bandung's Padalarang railway station in West Java, Indonesia's second-largest city and a major arts and culture hub. The 142-kilometer high-speed rail line, officially named Whoosh, which stands for Time-Saving, Optimal Operation, Reliable System in Indonesian, runs on electricity with no direct carbon emissions and travels at a speed of roughly 350 km per hour, cutting travel time between Jakarta and Bandung from 3 hours to under less than an hour. Overseen by the joint state venture P T KCIC, the railway is well connected to local public transport systems. The trains, modified for Indonesia's tropical climate, are equipped with a safety system that can respond to earthquakes, floods, and other emergency conditions, officials added. There are talks to extend the high-speed line to Surabaya, a major port and capital of East Java province, P T KCIC director told Chinese state media outlets at a ceremony earlier in September. Stops at other major cities like Semarang and Yogyakarta, the gateway to Borobudur, the largest Buddhist temple in the world, are also being planned. According to information released by P T KCIC, the railway features 8 cars, all equipped with Wi-Fi and USB charging points, and seats 601 passengers. There will be 3 classes of seats, first, second, and VIP class. The trial run, which first took place last week of May this year, was the first of several runs, each with an increased speed for the train that will eventually top out at 385 km per hour in a few weeks' time. However, this first run was done at 180 km per hour, already slashed the typical 2.5-hour car commute between cities by more than half, completing the trip within just an hour. The high-speed railway line is a landmark and flagship project of President Joko Widodo under the China proposed Belt and Road Initiative. A smooth opening of the railway line, the most high-profile of China's Belt and Road Initiative project in Indonesia, Southeast Asia's largest economy, as part of Independence Day celebrations in August this year. Jakarta-Bandung HSR is driven by electricity and has no direct carbon emissions during transportation. It is fast, has a big capacity, and is more energy efficient compared with road and air transport. Therefore, it is the best and most environment-friendly traveling mode. When fully functional, Indonesia will be able to boast one of the fastest rail systems on the planet and certainly the fastest in the Southeast Asia region. Although it still won't be able to top the speeds of the fastest trains in the world, including China's Shanghai Maglev running over 460 km per hour, France TGV with a top speed of 575 km per hour, and Japan's upcoming Chuo Shinkansen with commercial operation of 603 km per hour. The high-speed EMU were developed with the advanced and mature technology of the Chinese standard Fuxing EMU at 350 km per hour, and adapted to the local operating environment in a tropical and humid country like the rest of Southeast Asia. Indonesia, the world's fourth largest country, and Southeast Asia's largest economy, has been actively and openly courting investment from China, its largest trade and investment partner. Widodo and Chinese Premier Li Qiang were photographed taking test rides on the new high-speed railway throughout September. The train deal was first signed in 2015 as part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, and construction began later that year. It was initially expected to be completed in 2019 but has faced multiple operational delays as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as land procurement and ballooning costs. It was planned to cost 66.7 trillion rupiah or $4.3 billion, but the amount ballooned to 113 trillion rupiah or around $7.3 billion. Construction of the 142-kilometer line, which was awarded to a consortium of Chinese companies in 2015, has gone cost overrun budget and has been delayed by several years. According to Reuters, the entire undertaking will cost over $7 billion, including an additional $1.2 billion to cover cost overruns. P T KCIC expects it will take 40 years for its investment to become profitable, twice as long as initial estimates, according to an executive report last year. Before China secured the project, Japan had proposed building a Shinkansen-style rail link from Jakarta to Bandung. It cost 600 billion yen or around $6.2 billion, where 75% or 450 billion yen will be funded via 40-year official development assistance loans, with an annual interest of 0.1%. But Widodo chose the Chinese option, which promised to transfer of high-speed rail technology and kept Indonesia off the hook for any costs or debt repayment. No sovereign debt will be recorded. Instead, the loan will be booked to the newly formed joint venture with a Chinese firm. The project was funded by a debt-to-equity ratio of 75% loans from the China Development Bank and 25% startup capital from KCIC, a special-purpose joint venture in partnership with China Railway Group Limited and 4 Indonesian state-owned enterprises. The project financing from China Development Bank will cover for 40 years, on which 10 years grace period and 30 years of annual amortization with a 2% fixed interest rate. Ticket prices had not been finalized as of Monday, but P T KCIC estimated one-way prices per passenger would range from 250,000 rupiah or $16 for second class to 350,000 rupiah or $22.60 for VIP seats. Passengers going to downtown Bandung need to take a feeder train from the Padalarang station that will add a further 20 minutes, with an estimated cost about 50,000 rupiah or $3.20. P T KCIC's director hailed the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway as an outstanding example of bilateral cooperation between Indonesia and China. This rail line will not only improve Indonesian infrastructure but promote the development of Indonesia's railroad and manufacturing industries. The project is part of a planned 750-kilometer high-speed train line that would cut across 4 provinces on Indonesia's main island of Java, and end in the country's second-largest city, Surabaya. China's high-speed rail system spans different conditions, including extremely cold weather, frozen soil, mountainous areas, deserts, wet coastal areas, and tropical regions, providing rich experience in building high-speed railways worldwide, especially in Southeast Asia. As of the end of 2021, China's high-speed rail service exceeded 40,000 kilometers, accounting for more than 2/3 of the world's total high-speed rail length. The JAKARTA-BANDUNG HSR is further proof that China's technology and standards for high-speed rail have now been recognized globally. A semi-high-speed railway, with speeds up to 160 kilometers per hour, linking China with Laos was inaugurated in December 2021. The $6 billion infrastructure was financed mostly by China under the Belt and Road Policy. The 1,035-kilometer route runs through Laos mountain range to connect the southeastern Chinese city of Kunming with Vientiane, the capital of Laos. The completion of the Laos-China Railway and Jakarta to Bandung high-speed railway is a testament to the success of China's Belt and Road Initiative in the region that will spur regional growth in Southeast Asia and China. This railway will take form an important part of the 5,500 kilometers Trans-Asia Railways, which begins in Yunnan's provincial capital Kunming, and travels through Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Malaysia, before ending in Singapore and eventually connected to Indonesia through maritime links in Sumatra and Java. The Belt and Road Initiative is China's $1 trillion+ program to finance and build infrastructure across the globe. As a global economic giant, China is one of the largest sources of foreign direct investment in Southeast Asia, a region home to more than 675 million people. Amid crackdowns by the United States and its allies, China is expanding trade with ASEAN countries and infrastructure projects are playing key roles. Is Indonesia's new high-speed rail line worth it? Whether or not the rail line turns a profit, Jakarta is hoping that the project brings a wider range of subsidiary benefits. Public transit systems, especially high-speed rail lines, are often operated at a loss. It is true that Indonesia wanted this project to provide alternative means of a modern and faster transport system between cities. But the real prize was to secure the transfer of technology, skills, and operational know-how, with the purpose that in the future, Indonesian rail and construction companies can improve their position on the techno-industrial frontier. The government is looking to acquire the production capabilities and knowledge, and indigenously build and operate its own high-speed railways and rolling stock in the future, or at least gain competency in some aspects of the process. The Chinese bid was ultimately chosen because those intangible benefits were reportedly offered as part of the package.